One of the many silly little goofy things that we do as human beings is lie to ourselves. And I know that because I've lied to myself many times throughout my existence. And I imagine that you have too. Sometimes reality is just a little bit too real. We need to lie to ourselves to cope and survive. I didn't Google it, but I imagine that this is a natural thing. This is a normal thing. This is a human thing. It's an inevitable thing. Life is really hard to grasp sometimes, and lying can help. I've lied to myself many times throughout my life. Just because it's a natural, normal, inevitable thing doesn't mean that it's a positive thing. I know from experience that lying to myself is almost never, if never, beneficial. I cannot think of one time that I've lied to myself and benefited from it. It's almost always harmful. It's unfortunate when inevitable things are harmful. That sucks. But I've come to the conclusion as an adult that I want to strive to lie to myself the least amount possible. And I know that I'm not going to be able to get to a point where I never lie to myself because, as I already said, it's an inevitable thing. And I am kind of convinced that it's like an innate human thing that we do to help ourselves survive and cope with reality. So it's not my goal to never lie to myself again, but rather lie to myself the least amount possible. And I'm kind of convinced that lying to ourselves is something that's sort of automatic, at least with me. I don't make the choice to lie to myself. I lie to myself automatically. And then it's up to me to discover that I'm lying to myself and ultimately choose to discover the truth and accept it. It's sort of a choice thing. And what I've realized is the best way to do that is to constantly self-reflect, try to pinpoint the areas in which I'm lying to myself, pay attention to what I'm saying and listen to myself talk and try to catch things that are lies in the moment. Because it is sort of this automatic thing, but it can be through practice. I think you can get better at catching it and catching yourself in the act so that you can lie to yourself for less time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not about eliminating lying altogether, but rather recognizing yourself lying and then stopping. I think one of the hardest things to do, though, is to recognize when you're lying to yourself. But we all know when we're lying to ourselves, right? It's not like we don't deep down know. It's not like we're so good at lying to ourselves that we can't tell. It's that we're really good at kind of knowing that we're lying to ourselves, but not fully admitting to ourselves that we are. We're really good at kind of turning a blind eye. But I do think it's a practice